Let's start with what most people get completely wrong. They watch Peaky Blinders and conclude Thomas Shelby is feared because he's aggressive. That's surface-level analysis. Anyone can be aggressive. A drunk man outside a bar can be aggressive. What makes Shelby genuinely effective is something far more precise. Watch any negotiation scene carefully. While the other person is talking, Shelby is not processing their words. He is reading their behavior. The micro-expressions. The throat clears. The eye breaks. This tells that most people don't even know they're broadcasting. Behavioral scientists call this cognitive pre-framing. He isn't reacting to you. He's operating on a strategic map he built before you opened your mouth. And here's what that does to the human nervous system. It makes you feel like you're already at a disadvantage. Before you've said anything, that feeling of asymmetry is the dominance. He doesn't have to create it. He walks in with it preloaded. Now, the silence. Most men are terrified of silence in conversation. They rush to fill it. They over-explain, laugh nervously, negotiate against themselves without anyone asking them to. Shelby uses his silence deliberately. He lets it sit heavy and intentional until the other person breaks first. This is a clinical application of what psychologists call the reactive devaluation trap. When you break the silence first, you've revealed something. You needed it to end. That's a leverage point. Thomas Shelby collects leverage points the way other men collect excuses. This is the moment every Peaky Blinders viewer has seen and most have never fully decoded. Someone challenges him, and instead of escalating, he de-escalates into stillness. Here's the behavioral mechanism at work. When a person receives pressure and responds with calm, their nervous system broadcasts one specific signal to the other party. I have already processed the worst-case scenario, and I'm comfortable with it. That signal is the most destabilizing thing you can transmit in a confrontation because it eliminates the other person's primary tool, pressure itself. You cannot pressure a man who has already made peace with the outcome. Now you're not negotiating with someone who fears what you might do. You're talking to someone who has already decided what he will do. You just haven't been told yet. Meanwhile, most men can't maintain eye contact with the waiter who brought the wrong order. We note that. We continue, and now the most important element, the one that behavioral analysts rarely address directly. Thomas Shelby never explains himself. Not to enemies, not to allies, not to the people who care about him. This is not arrogance. This is frame control at its most advanced expression. The moment you explain yourself, you are implicitly inviting the other person to evaluate your reasoning. You are placing them in the seat of the judge. You are asking, without asking for their approval. Shelby refuses that position, categorically, completely. When someone asks, "Why should I trust you?" most people answer. Thomas Shelby looks at them like the question itself was an error in judgment. He operates from a center of internal authority that does not require external validation. And that is more than any pressure, more than any reputation, more than the Peaky Blinders name sewn into the brim of that cap, is what makes a room go quiet when he enters it. He doesn't need your belief. He already knows. Here's what this means for you in real rooms, in real conversations, where real outcomes are decided. The architecture behind Shelby's psychological presence distills into 3 operating principles. First, pre-frame every room. Know what the other person wants, what they fear, and where their actual leverage is before you sit down. Preparation is preemptive authority. You're not improvising, you're executing. Second, use silence deliberately. The next time a conversation goes quiet, hold it. 3 seconds longer than feels comfortable. You will be consistently stunned by what the other person volunteers when they feel the need to fill the space. Third, stop explaining yourself. Not to be cold, but to understand that every unnecessary explanation is a small withdrawal from your authority account. Your word and your actions are the only endorsement that matters. Anything beyond that is lobbying for your own credibility. These are not television tactics. These are documented behavioral influence principles that the highest level operators in negotiation, business, and social dynamics apply every single day. You just watch them gift wrapped in a 3-piece suit. If what we broke down today landed, I have something for you. I've compiled the foundational principles of conversation architecture, frame control, and behavioral authority into a single 13-page document. It's Pillar 1, the Conversation Mastery Blueprint. It's free. It's in the description. This is the entry point into the archive. The first document, the one that separates the men who watch figures like Shelby from the men who actually study them. The link is below. Access it.